You okay?
Yeah, Liam's okay too. It's my dad. He had a heart attack.
I'm sorry.
Thank you. Considering you hate him almost as much as you hate me.
I never hated him. I certainly didn't want something like this to happen.
I can't lose one more person in my life. I can't.
Marty, what are you getting at?
Natalie didn't have another man's baby. She had John's.
What is this?
Natalie's original paternity test. John McBain is the baby's father.
You told me the paternity test showed it was Brody Lovett. I thought that was the reason John left Natalie.
And I knew John would leave her if he thought the baby was Brody's. What was I supposed to do? Let Natalie and John live happily ever after?
I think we may be blending some incidents, Marty. You took a copy of Natalie's paternity test from the lab.
That's right.
You used it as leverage with Natalie. You said you tortured Natalie by threatening to tell John.
Correct.
You could only do that if the test said Brody Lovett was the father.
It did. Eventually.
Tell me what you did, Marty.
You may want to sit down. I lost! I lost! When Cole went to prison, I lost everything. I lost my son. I just lost the baby that I was supposed to have with John. And I lost John. I lost John to Natalie. And then Natalie, well, they get back together, and then I find out Natalie's pregnant. Natalie's back with John, and she's having the baby that I should have had with him. Her life was perfect. Oh, and gosh, I was so happy for them, Brody, Jessica. But see, then I could tell there was something up with Brody and Natalie, and I figured out that they'd slept together. And then I saw that Natalie had had a paternity test. I promise you, I was just curious at first. I went to the lab when it was closed, even though I rented that little guy that works for Clint Buchanan. I found it, and I printed it out. There it was. Proof. Picture perfect. Baby was John's. Natalie had everything. Happy ending. She had my life. See, my fingers were on the keyboard, and before I even realized it, opened the file, deleted, and replaced. And it was done. No going back.
You changed Natalie's lab results? You altered her medical records?
Yes.
So all this time you tormented Natalie with Brody being the baby's father?
It was a lie. Oh, gosh. That is such a relief to say that out loud.
I'm sure it is. And this next step may be hard, but I'm sure it'll be a relief too.
What's that?
Marty, you're a doctor. You had an obligation not only to your patients, but every patient in this hospital. You have to make this right. You have to tell John and Natalie the truth.
I'm okay. It's okay. Yeah. Sorry, why are you here?
McBain, I was about to call you.
What's up, big man?
Tell him.
Dani and I were visiting her dad, and we found a syringe on the floor.
But the nurse didn't think it was a big deal.
She said it wasn't the same kind that the hospital uses.
Todd's doctor is checking him out right now. So far, there are no signs that he's been injected.
You were on the door the whole time?
24/7. The only people in that room today were nurses, doctors, and approved visitors.
Anyone besides these two?
Tomas Delgado.
Where's the syringe?
The nurse, she threw it in the disposal thing in the room. She wasn't worried about it, and I'm positive my Uncle Tomas has nothing to do with this.
But why was he in such a hurry to leave?
Because he wanted me to have alone time with my dad. You heard him.
Okay. Yeah. I gotta get forensics down here.
Hello? CSI Tech right here.
No, Natalie.
Look, John, no, John.
Landview Hospital.
I am feeling useless. I need to work. Besides, the crime scene is already, it's already compromised. Just let me get in there. Sooner the better. Can you guys tell me exactly where you found the syringe?
Down here.
Sure.
Okay, here you go.
What?
If he gets fussy, just sing to him. It usually works.
Sing to him?
Yeah, I'll be quick. Let's go.
Wait.
Yeah, that's what I thought you'd say.
It's the ethical thing to do, and it's the truth. It's the only thing you can live with.
Do you know I actually went to see Natalie when I was released from St. Anne's? I was planning on telling her. I kept trying.
What stopped you?
She did. She and Brody were there together. I think they kept acting like I was a monster. Oh my gosh, keep her away from the child. Don't hurt the baby. Call the cops. Call the hospital. I wasn't a danger to anyone. That they could think I would actually hurt a baby? Anyway, they weren't going to listen to what I had to say about what happened, so I decided to tell John. But when I saw him, I just couldn't do it.
I understand. This is a real challenge. But we'll find a way. We'll structure the right situation where you'll be able to explain.
It's not going to be a right situation. I'm fine. Fine with it.
What does that mean?
I can live with what I've done, and so can John and Natalie. John will never know that Liam is his son.
Hey, kid. How you been? What? I don't even know any songs. Well, I might know one, you know. My dad used to sing to me. But I don't want to subject you to that. All right, well, since you're not doing anything and I'm not doing anything, I guess I could try. Oh, Danny boy, the pipes are calling from glen to glen and down the mountainside. The summer's gone and all the flowers are dying. Oh, Danny boy, oh, Danny boy, I love you so.
You have a professional obligation to tell the parties involved the truth.
Yeah, you know, I used to think that too, but things look a lot different from this side of the desk.
So what happens next, Marty? You don't tell John he has a son. Natalie never knows her baby's real father. And what?
Everybody's happy.
Do you believe that?
Come on, I've seen Natalie with Brody. She seems to have settled in quite nicely, and Brody wanted a child, and now he has one.
And John?
He's free! Which is obviously what he wanted. Come on, if he'd really loved Natalie, he would have stuck it out and figured it out. He would have made it work, but he didn't.
He felt Natalie had lied to him.
She did! She did lie to him. She didn't tell him that she'd slept with Brody and that the child wasn't his.
But the baby was
She
his.
didn't know that. She thought she was lying, and she was going to do that for the rest of her life.
And now you are too? I'm worried about you, Marty.
Don't be worried about me.
I mean, if you're just playing out possible scenarios, I understand. That's how we get to the right place in the end. But you sound like you've made up your mind.
Do you know how John and Natalie got back together? She wrote him a letter telling him that she loved him. This was right after I miscarried our child together, okay? I was still trying to recover, and so was John, and we were still together. And do you think that mattered to Natalie? When I read that letter, and yes, I read it, I was gonna keep it from him.
But you did.
No, I didn't. I handed it over, and I handed over John, and I'm not making that mistake again.
And you keep John's son away from him. What about that baby?
Brody's a wonderful father.
These are rationalizations, Marty. They don't justify what you're doing. We need to find a way for you to tell these people the truth.
Yeah, no, I don't think so.
If you don't do it, I will.
No, you won't.
We found the syringe, and I took photos of the room where they found it. I think we might be able to get some prints.
Well, that'll be a big help, yeah.
Yeah, and an officer stopped by, so we were able to bag and tag it. He's taken it to the police station. Dani and Nate are going with him to give their statements.
Good.
Here.
Yeah, of course. Here. Sorry.
No, thank you. Oh. Hey, sweetie. Hi, baby. Hi. John, when I gave Liam to you, I wasn't thinking about us. I just needed him to work.
Yeah, I know.
'Cause work does that. For me, too. Might be the only time I don't think about us.
Why did you keep the original lab results?
I don't understand.
If you're so sure what you're doing is right, why do you keep the proof that you changed that DNA test? You do want everything out in the open. That's why you told me.
Oh, come on. No, I didn't tell. I told you because I knew you couldn't do anything about it. I don't want everything out in the open. Because then John might go back to Natalie, right? Can't have that.
Why not?
Because he's with me. He belongs to me.
At the beginning of this session, before we even got a chance to sit down, you told me John was seeing someone else.
Kelly. It didn't mean anything to him. I mean, that's not a relationship. John and I had a relationship. We were living together. We were planning our future together. We were in love.
So were John and Natalie.
No, Natalie just manipulates him. She's just a bump in the road, a nuisance. It's over now.
They have a child together.
No! Would you please listen to me? She lied to him. She didn't tell him about the baby's paternity.
If you love John, then you owe it to him to tell him.
Make him happy. Make him happy. Say it. Make him happy. You know what? Our session's done. I will see you later.
I should go.
Right.
See you, Liam.
Oh, Dani boy, the pipes are calling.
Picture perfect. Baby was John's. Natalie had everything. Happy ending. She had my life. See, my fingers were on the keyboard, and before I even realized it, opened the file, deleted, and replaced.
Can you please file these tapes from the morning session?
Sure, as soon as... Are you okay, Doctor?
I have a headache. Just need a few minutes.
Excuse me, my son, he... Oh.
I'm sorry. Well, no, if you need...
Hi, John.
Hi, Gigi.
No, you know what?
Do you want to see the doctor?
You go. You go
Are
ahead.
you sure?
Yeah.
Okay. Is the doctor in?
Do you have an appointment?
No, but it's important.
Okay, we're gonna put you in your carrier. I'm gonna go check on Grandpa. Sound good?
Oh, Natalie. Wow. He is gorgeous. Looks more like his father every day.
What can I do for you, Lieutenant?
I need to talk to you about Marty Sabra.